Did you know that the first practical car engine was invented by Carl Benz in 1885, and it had only a single cylinder? Now, would you believe that the average car engine has over 200 individual components? Yes, you heard it right. Each engine, no matter how simple or intricate, a symphony of moving parts, each playing its own crucial role. From tiny screws to large pistons, every piece has its unique purpose. They all come together to create a mechanical masterpiece that powers our journeys. Now, imagine orchestrating all these parts to work in harmony. That's what an engine does. But what is an engine exactly? It's a machine with moving parts that convert power into motion. At its core, an engine is not just a marvel mechanical engineering that uses heat energy to produce motion. It's a fascinating world of variety and innovation. This is the heart of any vehicle, the power source that propels it forward, backward, or sideways. And here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that the world's largest engine, Wärtsilä Sulzer RTA 96C, is nearly 44 feet tall and weighs over 2,300 tons? Now, imagine a car without an engine. It's just a shell, beautiful but inert, lacking the vitality that transforms it from a static object into a dynamic machine. Engines, the lifeblood that gives a vehicle its pulse, its power, and its purpose, come in many shapes and sizes, each with its unique characteristics and uses. For instance, the two-stroke engine, often found in chainsaws and mopeds, is lighter and simpler than the four-stroke engine commonly used in cars. There's the steam engine that was the backbone of the Industrial Revolution. And then there's the rotary engine, which is compact and has high power-to-weight ratio, making it a favorite for sports cars like the Mazda RX-7. The fundamental purpose of an engine remains the same: to convert energy into motion. This energy can come from various sources such as gasoline, diesel, or even electricity, the case of electric vehicles. But did you know that the first electric vehicle was developed way back in 1837, long before the invention of gasoline engines? The engine, in essence, is a complex symphony of moving parts, each playing a crucial role in creating the harmonious rhythm of power and motion. From the pistons sliding smoothly in their cylinders, to the valves opening and closing with precision, every component has a part to play in kinetic ballet. So, the next time you turn the key in your ignition, or press the start button, spare a thought for the intricate dance happening under the hood, and remember the fascinating world of engines. Now that you know what an engine is and some fun facts about them, let's delve into how they work. The first step in the engine operation is the intake stroke. Now what does that mean? Well, it's akin to the process of human breathing. Imagine your engine as a giant power-hungry lung, much like our human lungs. Every time we take a breath, our lungs expand to make room for incoming air, the same way with each intake stroke. The piston, that's the part that moves up and down within the cylinder, its descent. As the piston drops, it creates a sort of vacuum, a void that needs to be filled, like your lungs waiting for a gulp of air. And nature abhors a vacuum, right? So in rushes a mixture of fuel and air, sucked in through the intake valve, akin to the way we inhale oxygen. This cocktail of fuel and air is crucial for the engine to do its job. The fuel is like the oxygen we breathe in. It provides the energy, while the air supports combustion, the fiery process that propels the piston back up the cylinder, much like the carbon dioxide we breathe out, but is just the first lungful, the first step of the process. The piston has descended, the mixture has been drawn in, the stage is set. So, we've got our fuel and air mixture. What happens next? It's like asking what happens after we inhale. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. Just like our bodies, engines have more processes to come. Next up, compression. This is where the proverbial mercury begins to climb. After the intake stroke has run its course, we progress to the compression stroke. This is a pivotal stage in the engine's cycle where the piston ascends back up the cylinder. Now here's the twist. It's not merely climbing, it's compacting the fuel and air cocktail that was just introduced during the intake stroke. Think of it as coiling a spring, but instead of storing mechanical energy, we're dealing with a combustible blend of fuel and air. This compression heightens the temperature and pressure within the cylinder, rendering the mixture increasingly unstable. It's kind of like winding up a jack-in-the-box. You're gradually building up all this immense heat and pressure, eagerly anticipating the optimal moment to unleash it. That's the essence of the compression stroke. It's all about setting the stage and cueing everything for the grand spectacle, the combustion stroke. With our fuel and air mixture condensed, we're primed for some action. Now, we approach the thrilling climax, combustion. With the grand prologue set by the intake and compression stages, we're on the edge of our seats for the grand spectacle. This is where the sorcery, or rather the intricate science, truly unfurls. Conjure up the image of a potent tempest confined within the tiny space of the cylinder. That's combustion for you, akin to a firework bursting forth in the midnight sky. As the piston summits the cylinder, a spark from the spark plug ignites the dense concoction of fuel and air. This ignition unleashes an eruption akin to a firework, a surge of energy that catapults the piston downward with immense force. This is the power stroke, the pulsating heart of the engine's labyrinthine operations. This explosive energy, vibrant as a firework display, propels your car, granting it the vigor to race along a freeway or surge up a steep hill. This process replicates itself thousands of times per minute, each sparkler-like explosion driving the piston and rotating the crankshaft. Post this dazzling pyrotechnic display, only one act remains. Finally, we come to the last step of the process: the exhaust stroke. This is where our engine breathes out, just like we do after a deep breath in. The piston, having done its job during the combustion phase, now rises again in the cylinder, but this time, it's on a mission to expel the used-up gases. Imagine the piston as a dutiful janitor, cleaning up after a party. The party in this case is the combustion event that we discussed earlier. The janitor, our piston, sweeps up the remnants of the party, the exhaust gases, and pushes them out through the exhaust valve. These gases are then guided through the exhaust system and out into the atmosphere. Fun fact here, the exhaust system is not just a simple tube. It's a complex set of components including a catalytic converter that breaks down harmful gases into less harmful substances, keeping the engine clean and reducing environmental pollution. This completes one full engine cycle. From intake to compression, combustion, and finally exhaust, our engine has taken on quite a journey. And just like that, we've gone through the entire process of how an engine works. So, to put it simply, your engine performs a power-packed ballet of breathe, compress, boom, and exhale. It all begins with the intake, akin to an engine's deep breath, vacuuming in air and fuel into the cylinder. Next we have the compression, the suspenseful pause holding the breath as the piston compresses the air and fuel mix. This sets the stage for the grand finale, the combustion, where the spark plug ignites the mixture resulting in a powerful explosion that drives your car. Lastly, the engine performs a cleansing exhale in the exhaust phase, expelling waste and making room for the next performance. Each act of this ballet is executed swiftly, ensuring your car's smooth operation. Remember, under your car's hood it's always breathe, compress, boom, and exhale. So next time you turn your car key, remember the symphony of parts and processes that spring into action. It's not just metal and oil, it's a beautifully choreographed performance of precision and power. Each component, from the smallest spark plug to the largest piston, playing its part in harmony to bring your vehicle to life. Imagine the intake, compression, combustion, and exhaust stages happening in a split second, over and over, thousands of times per minute. It's a testament to the genius of engineering, a marvel of modern technology. It's not just mechanics, it's art. Remember, the heart of your car, the engine, is more than just a machine. It's a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Each time you rev that engine, you're not just making a car move, you're participating in a centuries-old dance of science and innovation. Now, isn't it intriguing enough to learn more? Thanks for tuning in. Never stop being curious about the fascinating world of engines. Dig deeper. Understand your own car engine better. Let's unravel the magic of mechanics together.